So I own two of these guitars, Teisco Spectrum 5. As you can see, I'm holding both of them right now. This one is not for sale. This is my baby. But, one second. The one that I do have for sale is exactly the same quality. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just partial to the white color, which is why I am keeping my other guitar. This guitar is for sale. You can see it up close. It does have a couple of dings. It's got this, not that big of a deal, and it has this as well, if you could even see it. Aside from that, this thing is like brand new. It is a reissue from the 60s, so is my other one. This guitar sounds incredible. Feels incredible, plays incredible, the action is amazing, the neck is straight. It's an amazing guitar. And this is coming from a Gibson lover. I mean, I have an ES335 that I love, and I have a Gibson Gold Top that I absolutely love as well. In my honest opinion, I believe these guitars are at least up to par with those guitars in terms of playability, in terms of sound, in terms of feel. And aesthetically speaking, I mean, look at this thing. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Look at the bridge badge, the chrome, the split pickups. I mean, these guitars are seriously incredible. If you do a Google search, you'll find that they call them the holy grail of vintage guitars. I mean, there's a reason why they have that name. Anyway, I'm making this video because like I said, I have this particular guitar for sale. And I wanted to demonstrate, what the sounds are that it can create. So I'm using an old 1964 Gibson Falcon amplifier. You can't really see it, but it's this thing right here. It's just a very clean amp, very organic sounding. It has some of the best reverb I've ever heard from any amp before. But let's stick to the guitar for now. So I'm going to start off with the most trebly pickup, which is the red switch. I'll get to what this is in a minute. But for now, let's go with the pickups. So here's the most trebly sound. So you can hear it's, it sounds good. It's very trebly. Go to the next pickup. Go to the next pickup. Gets a little more bassy. Go to the green switch. Yet a little more bassy. And then finally the blue switch, which is the most bassy one you have. So you get the idea. As for these other switches, this thing right here, this guitar does something pretty remarkable. If you can see here, there are two inputs. Two inputs. Right now I'm in the mono input, but there's also a stereo input. What's the difference, you ask? Well, mono, you plug in one amplifier to mono and it plays just like a normal guitar. And then this switch, when it's down, when it's pushed this way, is the mono selection. So in that sense, it functions just like a normal guitar. But what you can do is plug another switch, another cable, into this pickup, send it through another amplifier. So you're using two amplifiers at the same time. Flip that switch to stereo, and what that does is it makes use of the split pickups that you may have noticed here. And the way this works is when you have it in stereo, the top three strings, the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings, will go through one amplifier, and the bottom three, or technically the top three, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings will go through yet another amplifier. So if you're doing, like finger picking or something, half of your guitar is going to be going through one amp while the other half is going through the other amp. So you get kind of a stereo effect. It's, you know, I don't know how often you would use this, but if you're playing lots of live shows, it's a really interesting feature to have. Aside from that, what else can I discuss with this guitar? The whammy bar, tremolo bar. If you take this thing off, this plate here, you'll realize that it doesn't exhibit any friction on the strings the way that it's designed. So using the tremolo on this guitar does not make the strings go out of tune, nor does it provide wear and tear on the strings at all. Really, it's a remarkable guitar. If you live in Los Angeles, near the Hollywood area, and you want to try it out, you're more than welcome to come over to my place and play through my amplifier. And you know, you'll end up sitting here probably for half an hour just jamming with yourself, because it's such a fun guitar to play. Yeah, what else is there to discuss? There's parachute markers on the guitar, as you can see. That's a common thing with the Spectrum 5 models. And like I said, this is a reissue guitar. I believe this was from the early 90s, this particular model. These originally came out in the mid-60s, and you know, I'm sure that the originals from the 60s are actually worth a bit more than these. But the reissues definitely have higher quality components in them, and personally I would rather have a reissue, just because I know that it's going to stay in tune. I know that the parts are a little bit higher quality. Yeah, this is up for sale in my store, so feel free to send me a message or find me on my website. I'm always quick to respond, and if you have any other questions, if there's something I didn't touch on, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer you. So thanks for watching.